The following story has been posted to us under the handle name 50 caliber. For the convenience of our audience, we will narrate this story in first person. It was 2018. The Halloween was coming and I wanted to do something special, something extraordinary. Unlike previous years, I thought about a lot of plans, but nothing was convincing enough. But one day I received an email, just a subject line. Do you want to make your Halloween special? It was from the Corbett Arms. It is an old Georgian hotel in Tyrone, Wales. Since I live in Shropshire, not much happens here. So I thought, screw it. What could possibly go wrong? Let's make this Halloween count. So throwing away my intuition, I sat out the next day on about 8:30 p.m. I bought a masquerade mask, black with silver trim, a cape, even some candy skulls. In about 2 hours, I reached there. When I arrived, I expected a ruin. But contrary to my expectations, the hotel was alive. Lit windows, music playing, the door wide open. The next thing I remember, I walked into a masquerade ball. People in velvet cloaks and masks. Everything looked alright and normal. But somewhere in my heart, I felt something was off about this place. But I managed to brush off my suspicions by calling myself an overthinker. A woman in a raven mask invited me for a dance, which I accepted as I had no choice. But one odd thing I felt, that she never blinked. Nonetheless, she was tremendously charming, yet her hands I felt were cold. While I went toward the bar to fetch a drink, a man in a plague doctor costume came close to me and said, "You are brave to stay in 303. Then walked away like he never said it. I wondered, how on earth did he know about my room number? Then I thought to myself, he must have overheard my conversation with the hotel receptionist, and then I brushed it under the rug. While having my drink, I kept on thinking, what was so brave about staying in room 303? I was hardly done with the monologue in my mind that a woman in a costume of a bride touched my arm and whispered, "Don't stay past the toast." And now, not one, but two strange occurrences messed my mind, but then I calmed my nerves by telling myself that it was Halloween and people were just being people. But just after 3 a.m., I was worn out. I had a few drinks, talked to some strange polite people, the kind who smile too long and say too little. So I said good night and went upstairs. I collapsed on the bed. The room was warm, safe, and soon I fell asleep. But sometime around 4 a.m., I woke up because I felt my body was chilling, and the air felt heavy and cold like it was freezing in my lungs. I could literally see my breath in the air. For a few moments, I thought I was having a nightmare, as I could not move my body. But something, probably the instinct to live, pushed me up. I threw away the blanket and jumped out of the bed. The distance between my bed and doorknob felt like eternity. In utter disbelief, I opened the door, and what I saw completely froze me. The hallway was rotting, peeling wallpaper, cracked walls, cold wind, silence. Have you ever watched reality collapse, 1 inch at a time? I felt the ultimate horror, and I forgot even my luggage and shoes. The thought of putting on my slippers didn't even cross my mind. I ran and ran as fast as I could, as if the earth was collapsing behind me. Through the hallway, past the shuttered portraits and multiple staircases. I don't know how I reached the ground floor. Only I remember the woman in the raven mask was still there. Frozen, dust in her glass, no movement, no breath. I burst out the doors like something was behind me. I don't remember how I drove on my way back home, but when I reached home, the sun was already up. The first thing I did was I checked my inbox. The thing I saw dropped my jaw on the floor. The email was gone, the hotel website dead. According to records, no one has been inside that place since 2012. What the hell happened that night? Nobody can answer that. I am sure of it. But whoever or whatever did that to me made one thing sure. It did make my Halloween unforgettable and special, as claimed by the email. Things came back to normal in a few months, but nothing remained the same ever after.